So we got to visit Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, and it's been converted into a museum. The view here is amazing. It's tucked away in a very silent part of these East Tennessee hills. I can't stress how wonderful this whole trip was, getting to see this old, rundown prison that was actually in use all the way up until 2009. Two noteworthy prisoners that were incarcerated here was James Earl Ray and the fast food killer. You probably have heard of these people. For a considerable amount of time in this prison, they used to run coal labor camps, and each prison cell that would fit two people would have a 12-hour on and off shift. So basically, while prisoners A and B were doing their 12 hours of mining, prisoners C and D would be in their bunk or in the cafeteria eating. I actually went to a field trip in high school to this prison back in 2005, and then I got to go to another one in 2006. And these cells were actually filled with prisoners. It was actually in full operation. It was a really, really eye-opening experience about not wanting to go to a federal prison, that's for sure. But you can just see how many people are stored in this place. I use the word stored because if you in here, you are locked away for a long time.
You guys will have to pause it to read this, but this is insane. The yard. Huh. Probably somewhere. You have to try it.
You can actually stay the night at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary for paranormal activity. I'm going to do that in the future. I don't know when, but I really look forward to it. However, there are some rooms in this prison, there are some areas that you could feel a presence in.
The barber chair.
This area was labeled dead drop because they had to install a fence to keep prisoners from throwing each other over the side to kill them. Yeah. And to make matters worse, there's more floors above this one.
Whoa. I'm gonna take a shower.
This feels like The Last of Us.
And
This is the part
other
they
places.
did crew and they were prisoners.
Here, Mommy.
This is the cafeteria. And after I stepped about 10 steps into this room, something just feels off. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I've felt presences before, but this is different. It had just this very dreadful feeling the entire time I was in here.
The history of this place is seen. Has to be insane.
Apparently a lot of violent things transpired in this place. Even some murders. Someone was actually murdered on the cook line with a butcher knife. That's just one. Wait till you see the holes that they had to point guns through just to keep things civil, just for eating.
There's some leaks. Stainless steel's still holding up. Slop. What does that say? Wow. Bulletproof glass. Violent cafeteria.
This is a different one, right? Yeah. There's another shaft.
There's the gymnasium.
Holy crap. This is the sewage system. So is this like when they let them out?
There's multiple floors of
There's
cells.
Look, Mom. Oh my God. How many did this place hold? There's some more down there too.
Tons.
It's like a little waterfall.
Rena.
I say this is.
Yeah, because there's a little picnic table they can sit on. Wonder what that is. Let's go in this one.
This part of the prison absolutely scared my children. They did not like being down here, but they braved it and came anyway. My wife is actually claustrophobic too, so she couldn't spend more than a few seconds down here. But wait till you see the inside of these cells.
Oh, wow. Yep.
This writing, it says Austin. Is it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so cool.
Wow.
That's an old air conditioner.
Now for something completely the opposite. This is the outside backyard that's been converted into an area for live music. Jamie Johnson's going to be here later this month, and Brantley Gilbert in October. You can see this could hold a whole lot of people. It's kind of got that same vibe like Folsom Prison did. But just imagine being a prisoner incarcerated here and knowing that you've got to trek miles upon miles of harsh terrain way up in the woods. The silence out here is so loud you can't hear anything. It's very peaceful, but when you're trapped here for X amount of time, it had to be daunting. Just look how big this is.
This is the beginning.
To get to the museum, you have to go through the laundry room, and even though it's not been in use since 2009, it still smells like they're cleaning clothes in here. That's crazy to think about. I can only imagine how many loads of clothes this place has seen.
My gosh, coin laundry. This is This is the laundry room.
Wow.
There's a leather strap here that was outlawed in the 60s because it was cruel. Look at this.
Prison shacks.
Here's the staff book, all kinds of old photos. And there's a documentary, like I mentioned, at the end of the tour that talks about some of the occurrences. I'm going to keep it super brief, but if you get through the tour, don't miss this. It's in the museum. I highly recommend this whole experience.
They had skillet in the diner room. It was pretty basic skillet.
I give this entire experience a 10 out of 10, and I plan on coming back for the Paranormal Night Stay. I'll film all of that and post it to my channel. If you like this, please be sure to follow.